And we are streaming. So let's show you what I got. We've gone with a little bit larger. This is a markdown window, and this is rich text down here, and some of the things we've done. So let's just see. So if I do test and I hit return here, you can basically type like normal, and then if you want to hit submit, you hit the tab, and we had down here somewhere it gave me the CSS to basically turn that to a different color so you know you're on it. I'm not sure if there's a natural way to do that with a button, but and then you can hit return right there, and it turns back to blue. We have the assistant working, and then it returns back to the prompt and everything empties out. So that's pretty cool. That's working the way that I want it. And so let's create a new session. I'm going to try something. Hope my audio is synced correctly. But we're going to try something, and if it works, it worked before, but then I messed up the video for it. So we're going to just create new session. We're going to use our Llama 73 model, and we're going to go to our tool group, and we're going to select Oracle Tools. All right, and we got to get rid of that big ugly green row created there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say how many list. Should we? Yeah, we can do that. List the users in my database that do not look like delivered Oracle accounts. I have no idea if this works. I have not. I've tried this from PL SQL directly, but never tried it in here. We'll see if it works. GPTs don't always behave the same. So it definitely came back with my user ID and this test user. So this looks right. Of course, it's bringing back a lot of other. It looks like it's bringing back all the users. So it didn't really work, and I don't think I want that to wrap somehow. So we'll have to figure out how to do that. Let's try this. And then why didn't it zero out? It should have zeroed out. No data found. Okay, I've been getting this little error. It's not coming back with the right response. I'll have to look at the logs on that. Let's try something else though. Let's try how many rows are in the SQL log table. Tab, return. Let's see if this gets it right. 1084. I'm pretty sure that's right. Still got to fix that error, but I'm kind of happy about that. Let's do a select from SQL log. No, let's not do a select. Let's do a select count. $1,084. Is that what it was? Yes, it is. Okay. So no trickery there. We're using Oracle tools, not Oracle tools. Sorry, we're using a tool group. We're like calling the GPT with this tools JSON structure, and it returned with a tool, and then the code runs the tool, gives the answer back to the GPT, and then it gives us the answer from that. And so we've gone for, so basically I could turn this into a verbal input. I don't know if verbal input would work here, but I think it might. And so I could just basically ask a question, and it can answer it using data that it in the database, or it can use other functions and stuff. So basically this is like functions, tools, retrieval, augmented, whatever it is, RAG. So bridges the gap. So now we can create libraries and start testing them and start figuring out the best way to implement them safely. So those are the things I'm thinking about. I had a kind of a idea today that I think is going to be a really powerful idea in terms of how do I do a lot of this automation safely. This is where the power of having control over the chat interface comes in, because we can store all this data. We can evaluate it before we give it to the GPT. We can have multiple GPTs looking at it. We can do all kinds of cool things. So this is why I had to build this prototype, because as much as I'd like the people like OpenAI to have features where we can actually interface with the app on the phone and get text before it's maybe processed and things like that, we don't have that ability. So this is basically the prototype of that, trying to show what can be done when we can combine a chat application, with the ability to communicate to a back-end application, and also to push information to it. So, some of the things I'm going to try to do, like, do scheduling where I ask it to remind me of something, and then I'm going to try to do this as a progressive web app and enable notifications and have email on the back end. And, maybe it'll come back and say, do you want me to confirm that you want me to send an email at this time? And we can do that. I already pretty much know all the pieces to do that. I can do all kinds of things. So this is a very, very big playground to play in. Glad that I've got this little interface working. I'm going to improve it, but this really is just a mock-up so that I can kind of test ideas. So I've checked in the latest code. I do not have this checked in. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I mean, I think pretty much any Apex developer can create this pretty quickly and probably a lot better than me. But all the back-end code is there. So that's it. Later.